النعيم وقدمي العون المباشر يا بدرة الأمل الجديد غدوت نورا للبصائر الحب أجمل مبتدأ بالحب ما للعمر آخر يا بدرة الأمل الجديد غدوت نورا للبصائر الحب أجمل مبتدأ بالحب ما للعمر آخر يجزيك ربك كل خير يوم أن تبلى السرائر يجزيك ربك كل خير يوم أن تبلى السرائر يوم أن تبلى السرائر بادر بفعل الخير بادر واحمل إلى الناس البشائر يا خير من مروا إلى جبر الحنايا
related to our health is what we discuss. So, because we a free consultation. Before you could even see the doctor, and easy because he's attending to a lot of people. But because of the education, you can be able to cure certain things before something terrible happens to you. And then you share mental well-being, turning awareness into action. Madam Amma Botukua Asare, on a mental health officer. Yes, in some government. Madam Akwaba.
Yeah,
Bibi Abokodi. And yes, I am Madam Barbara. And say Budu. I want to say mental health nurse in Nsawam government. Akwaba. Young watch. Meaning say one body and mu bujuma. And Letitia Amma Ade. Akwaba.
Yeah,
also mental health nurse and Madam Jura any chief of staff which and the mania until I know the secret no me betuja na ono so yatininka. All right, Mami Dikai, Madam Amma, mental health. Last week?
Last 2 weeks.
Last 2 weeks. And you know, if you can really give us an intro and sana, it's a follow up in terms of our mental health.
Okay. And I pencil yechia obia yedin chef in some government hospital.
Baraka FM.
Mental health unit and then health promotion department. Yenina yedin chia MOB and MOB chikwan from culture. Na fe so month we are a woman.
Okay.
Purple month. I said 2 weeks ago, maybe I have a Purple month is for mental health. Yes, sensitize obia on mental health. Into awareness creation. Churches, media engagement.
Mental health na karanga sana I say brofo ana.
Me ba trust. Enti no say boda room. Nti ba bi obia wo no onhwe na ontie bi no fa mbo ne ho na ebeboa. Enti no say edikan talk about your mental health. Your mental health now. Then we talk about the mental illness. Now fe yes signs abe so be mentally ill. Then afe the turning your awareness na the action and so e dey twato. Enti say mental health no adwin apomuden. Enu ne ye obia ni emotions. Sanya weni ji a obi ehun. Send a warrior who am will be here. Send no be your dear Timmy show for now the show. On come will be in Tim. Send out baby cossun and quay or a brabo will be showing him Coron say, and a papa way, mammy way, and quay that is your emotions. Now for your buy and psychological, I dream you, send a dream fa, send a yet, you so I drain the boy embra. So I drain a quay and I say, and quay you bit me beside, I don't mamma who tibo one. Ye wo common assembly ayeka say adwen no ebre enya papa ni peduane ye den ebre. That is your psychological. Then the social well-being ebiane say ye ba heya we set up on ye me send ye ne ye hu di nkomo kakra ye chiechia ye hu ye sro mu obi asenia woni nipa be relate fe eno ne ye social well-being. Enti say yes ana influence senya ye kasa senya ye dwen senya ye feel senya ye handle your stresses. Sanyama we nyina relate to yen the others and then how we make choices. And she said when to me and yes side way nyina physically you are not healthy, mentally you are not healthy, and the essential stages of life no so when to me and famu nyina na I just say well mental health no and when you are basem but say successfully you have all this it means to say well mental health no it's good. So that is mental health for you.
Great. Now, Ebano, with regards to the wellness, how can say be a obiwa or he's okay, but quite often they tease at people who maybe probably the person has some physical deficiency. Now, I say Mribiano or Beba a domubiano or feel not okay. Because Edia Bibi Kakran and say, oh, ne dia yen and I say a cabibi, Saudi can be oh, and I didn't know what I see and I say unsa and I say Bibisa. I don't know, let me go to you. Ebanasa, those doing that, and are they also okay? I'm not looking at the victim, but Omwa Mota ASA Nyamano.
Do you understand? Aha. It means to say, Sankrofonos who are they are not mentally healthy.
Yes.
Why am I saying that? Stigmatization. Assuming say me R and me L I am a problem.
Exactly.
And he say bia yes say malaria, na koka malaria. Me person may we tribalistic. Yeah, what tribe will be one a problem with R and L.
She said, and we are there now so far as all from that particular ethnic group need and they are.
And Tubon say, when you put in your beer and na ye go from it's a yes, Anna, when you pan be downhearted. One hour waiting China was zero no na woman near Bastan, also saw we are. Because there's no so winning,
exactly,
when you pano or problem, and I also there. Your friend is saying, Obi wa or you're disabled. Na bibinti
maybe a limping and I say insane I say any other part.
Yes, say onipa we do 3340 ye one water one na so sebi na what the serono udu nipa mu a na wa ya ma wo yonko afele bad. You yourself you are not mentally well.
And that's what I seek to know, to understand. Say be ono officer ono you okay. Na ebia or kabibi adia tia obi no. It means ono so yes ano in that particular state no ono ankasa is not okay.
Yes, the trust we have personalities. Obian in the personality are ordinary. And I know to say we are not all perfect. Me a good ever one side. Sister Letitia and she a good word driving. Me I don't know how to drive. She can drive. It is our weakness. No me den wo. Sister Barbara so etimi twa pictures pa. Enti edu baby na ka say sister man ko twa picture me twa with ama. But she's good at that. Enti we have personalities obia ewo. Enti say wo hu obi na ne dey ewo ne ho na wo de sero na. You also have yours. But what didn't you open it? You might think same. Okay. That is the perception about mental illness.
Okay.
Yeah, Granny says, be one street in this so no,
no,
now we're through Basano, one up Bob Adam. Now say, Obi or cry, no, who send a colleague were dreaming now or started medication. I know show signs back home, you be pay, they begin to shine away from that person. Yenny na your problem.
Now it means that per what we are discussing, is it training? Is it culture? What really brings up some of these things for people? Some to think that as far as we are okay, others are not, and then you stigmatize them.
So
what is the cause of that? Is it the society, or is it our training from school? What is the cause of that?
Like I said, it's the society, society we find ourselves in, I say, pempina yet tea and free fair for intem. Until you say be caught baby more or sanka yet me a bonny pan, yes, sir. Name me a tree and who a free nipan, who now ye Johnny Panis or no and deal with whatever he or she is going through. A boss, I believe in Sabia entity, I ye a free a fee. Aha, yet and young quiet, young quiet, until your carbon, Tina, my sister, no carbon, now quite meeting me one. But of 4 mean to me, M1, aha, it's sunny, entity, I do fee. Name society now, Pempina, society now, your woman, Nana, yes, sir, and Pempina, a tree, and when I stigmatize it, and fair for. But I said, the bear, Kai say, upon we didn't know, they be a spectrum. at one point in the time no bet me akofom bet me akosro dan wom nti you must say ye stigmatizing crofom say ye kan crofo she awmo yare na mum ye ba yensem na ye di o
Mamembra Letitia hono de me pese e bia wo boa ni say awofo erezi enkwala anasa wo titi enkwala kwan ben so na say generally for us to be able to guide them to have this particular understanding say yes, much as maybe you are coming from this particular family, you have the provision for this, for that. Ebia upie no hu yen ko bia bia colleague, a student. Ebia ono no draws na wa hye no bia atiti aya pam a managing sa ono ebi ni ho. Nti no wa hye no there is a way you should be able to accommodate that person the way the person is, but not to look at it. Don't come closer. No, I say, oh, that's how we start. Even right away from the church, and I say primary. Nti kwan ben so na say awofo enhye sanyama we so.
On say free be parental way.
Yeah.
Upbringing.
Okay.
Nti send ya obehwe oba no.
Yeah.
Nyoma wo so ye. And I think so. All parents sometimes kola no musua yen.
Yeah.
In
fact, always they learn from us.
Yeah, they learn from us. They take everything. Maybe almost
because ebi wa hu say o mame stigmatize obi because we ntoma anase ntade I say mame we dey bia ntade we na o she be bia we na I say she's not welcome.
Yes.
Njina akwalanzu ko school same thing applies to how obetitini in students, colleagues.
Yeah. Say you ask certain na
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean say I was so stigmatized against that person.
Yeah. Okay.
Parental upbringing also can and I think society
in general. So yeah. Madam Mami Brown, efa ye schools. Say bia awofo na ntimi anya omo afem. Na akwala no kopie wo school. Na bia onim say bia ono kwa na okasa on ni hwinu mu. That's a deficiency. But they don't want to separate her or him from the normal school AIB say on there be say on special schools there be and so serious say you be separating from normal na ebanasa kwan be so na be teachers and the rest of those who are taking care of the kids on be draw attention for the rest of the class be say there be it happens bibi say betimi see to accommodate. I don't know whether you get the input.
Yeah, what can make us at the same say no. We work with the schools as well as the churches. Okay. So the spiritual leaders will educate them on mental health. The same way the teachers too. It's the same for teachers no boying to fish out children with conditions. No. We have SHEP coordinators and once a while no educated teachers no. And I think to teachers no my chance and my eco school no. And to educate you and to say and problem teachers no quickly can identify abofrano na fe almost so my inform yen some kwana so no the students themselves etimi fish won at the math teachers with conditions like epilepsy bedwetting ya junso krobo epilepsy ye otwa epilepsy ye arabia ensie obon say in the class teacher ni chira dia obon say na abofrano twa hwegbra na fe se woja class no tumrika bedwetting enso abofra bi wo hono ma oba school a odwonso enti sa abofra no timi move ne ho out of mofra no na o she baby din on kasa enti obon say teacher fo na be ya omo be hu and na more times than so mofra ne teachers ne tina school ni mu che esin young parents if say abofra fifie be to say 7 or beba 5 it is the same teachers that they are staying with. It is the same educate obia on mental health conditions. This one comes to the illness itself. Illness no a condition be a wide range of mental conditions. A be empenyemfo de, a be emofrade. The same way we have depression in adults, we have depression in children. It is abofra wo fie na say parents no omani nkwa no ho parents ni treatment awade ma abofra o ko school a ebekwa ko reflect wo school mo teachers no will fish that child out. It is say teacher fo no so wo boa yen ama ye hu mofra na wo issues na yen so ya solve from them.
Mami bra ho efa enkwala sometimes no ubenya omona they are very very vocal in our communities, they seem to be disrespectful. They seem to be, there's that particular notion or trend like too known. Those are the comments. Say the can panache. Inte ama be in a class, be na teacher there. Na on TBBA sikwana. Or person will be because of business or they will be person will be question. BBA we too known. How do we resolve some of these things right from infancy?
And see, yeah, Shasia or say, akwara no ye be chase wo fie say ye nyina na say bia ye try to ye nyin you will try to explore bibi wo house my fire san kan de ensa koka na ye try say ye feche ne kakra sa nyama bo ha ye pese ye hu ti bi say time ti say bisa questions ya wo for ne bisa more questions pa nti do sa time na wo say ye kam nkola ne hye say ye try say find bibi out or say parents no emma ho kwan omo church ye mu na ye ti ase sa so na educo school ye ba school wa class your intelligence quotients no your mu ahodo kakra ye obi ane de wo short pan obi ane de wo for obi ane de moderate
because me say me go school no back seat pa na me now the back benches ni
ye na ye nyepe ye teacher try there
now better anymore now I say there's a problem.
Ye na ye nyepe obu ha teacher nyaka na or you good obu so just say ye ni teacher ne boso kakansa na nti banesa o say your class ana nkola wo class no musua dia nyonti ase no say ye ma ho kwan na obisa ye ma na emu nchirechire mu na automati ase ayesa say ye koso ye ne sa de bia on ti ase ko ombe kan na o bisem sa na o de ewie school ba na ne result no anko ye papa nti ye ka say teachers nso munya nkola no ho so abotre na other students ne so omunye omomunka omo students no mo lowliness no enche omo bia kwan no bia ntumi esia de.
All right, you call for a short break. When we return, the show continues.
Baraka FM.
It's for Baraka 8.7 FM. Fanchena, yeah, some few challenges na. Yes, fix ansana. Yes, yes, we are looking at mental health. Yes, in penny for power. I'm free in Nsawam Government Hospital. You know, the Nkomo. Yo, Madam Amma Botuku Asare, on a mental health officer. Yes. Some government hospital. Any Madam Barbara Bodu, and also a mental health nurse, and Madam Letitia Amma, mental health nurse, Madam Jura, any kind of a studio. Here the Nkomo Efa, the mental well-being, turning awareness into action. Quite a fast week now. Maybe you might even be going through some challenge, but we don't know. And so that they could be able to educate all of us to be mindful and how we can also help those who are facing some challenge, peculiar challenge. So the stigma quite often we see in our various communities, in our various churches, mosques, schools, must be avoided, because collectively all of us would have to make life a meaningful one. Yes. With regards to stress, now Kasano Kase, even in Kuala some also go through some stress without even knowing. Now, say will be any ebia Kuala ni the oye or Seresere or Kasakasa or Diagro, but now after a while I say silent, walk off. Now on person who be only Nadam Fukabe be the Nkomo. How do we observe that to be able to know, say Debbie? We have to attend to such a child.
And before we can move to that question, we have to talk about the signs of mental illness. Saying anyone who say only pakono or problem. We have emotional balance. Into going say mental illness nankasano a wide range of conditions are mental health. It be a schizophrenia, schizophrenia and a split of mind.
Okay, split of
mind.
That
is simply put a wall better.
Wow.
Okay. It is a cancer split of mind now. And the depressive episode, the manic episode. Some mechanics are at one time when you pan energy, the other time no nipan so why basa. And at one time so not or dress for fair or your nema shrin and need gem rosso over excitement. That is the manic phase now. A dima na fe Edward basis schizonym. Yes, also depression.
Okay.
Depression there ya rehom so a obi anim na ye kan emotional imbalance na wadwen bien ntimi nsi so right. So what I say obon say onipa no owo anigye owo areho owo abufu nti obon say woni nipa no wo hono ma unhu ne beye all of a sudden asema nka nya abufu na ne buafu ne ho kura wo gine kura enje anka nkomo ye di nka nya abufu ade na sesia wagima no asiboni ade abufu ya ba obon say obi nso wo ho a na prekope na ne raho aso bia ye na de aye ne jama na brosu no osu ahometo say ye ni jensu a eni je ani awie. That is the emotional balance na ye kan wasem. Then the second one is ability to cope with your stresses.
Okay.
And when I'm afraid de na ye den ebemu sa ability no we have life changes. Why do I say life changes? One day we are fine unu kunu unu wabusua ebia wo wadwuma pepe bia we ye wo wosike bia wotumi enya kwansin na bibia be bom. Enti abufra na aka na asem no abufra no tumi wo happy home father ne mother no omo ye mamufra ni nyina anije obe hona separation bi asim mbo na efie ho pressure bi aba ho na afi abufra no wa ye basa okoma manchen ana okoda di nchen na asono mienu kontokwa wa asasne na eden ebre
grass will suffer.
Yes, enti wo say amufra na kan finfini na waginamu wo ko school a manifest wo school nim ene na ma omo isolate won ho won't perform as expected. Then we have positive relationship and obi wo hona so or yare self-awareness who say or yare nti e bia babra na beka chem say sister man so ba adwuma man wo dress na wo de ba enye na say wo kasa enye and then na say ya wo twe wo ho afi nipa mu na wakọ hyenchem obi wo ho a ontumi nna obi wo one activity interesting no na wejai. The commonest one ye personal appearance no. Omo say omo personal hygiene no omo a drop on. Oh, I have me create the same yeshi. Ye beba sisiam.
It's not that important. Who say
here no afa bibia keke na wahye no de ne nam wontiri hu basa na bo so onemu kusu sa nti ekoba ne sana na ye wo bibia ye friend hallucinations sa hallucinations ni ye say niema enye real no nipa ne gitumu say eye real na fi wa start manifesting obi wo se mi hu niema wo mani so obi wo se metetin sem wo maso obi wo se niema bi ene na me ho obi wo so asenti bi a obi a hu sa de enye hu amkora ono ne de ne de ni hu ma e ma ne broso siwa hu nti ekoba ne sa bon se onama na obese na ano no kasa enti se wu se woni obi wo fie na otwetwe ne ho beye 2-3 months eko papa we me sister mo pekasa pa baba 1 month ni sister you on kasa Letitia you be on pen ho asem de bi o wan kona but se ne pen ho asem eya broso otu ne ho mu hyedem no su no yese enti fi 1 month 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Na wo so nipa no saa no ya. Na say we careful. Na nya ya ma ye hu peskese pan say saa high fever na ye se wenya high fever, ye se wenya say o wo na aggressive mood no abehjem ene na ye ma say bi won awo adwum yare no wo ye hu no. Nti wo ya de obetamade no de abo. Saa nya ma we nyina eye science a ubehu say Madam A, Madam B. Senya ye kan wa han e wo mo franso mo pepepe.
Na psychologically no say be ba ne say obi wo ho a okay. But me psyche who to behave in a particular way. Maybe for some maybe to get some attention.
Yes.
And also, is it a challenge?
Yes. I don't want to go too technical.
Okay.
And yes, I want to myself. It's another condition.
Okay.
Ewo honum. Obi wo hona opebibi wo ho.
Because, for example, your institutions be more that are tagged in a particular way. I remember vividly, very early when we started learning broadcasting, one of the advices I had from a senior most editor, okay, say, "Bomodia say, onye to look like opese opre penny for ube dressy crana men too much to look so good on the face because ahakwana be a samre na in check we just allowance and so men yen so to look so good." I was thinking, no, yes, be personally, no, I mean all to me for, but all of us who were then trying to learn how to do the job. Now, me, you know, so no say, it's not only peculiar to that. Other places do the same thing. Don't look so good, your boss. Like you have to be the servant type to be seen in a particular way, so that and yes, sir. Now I said there be open we. Maybe you might get it clear.
Some people
in terms of even politics, for example, ebia uwe juma biase na ebe wanya konya ukokasa kasama fo kasama nipano na ise se de bibia wo na eti unka prekupa na ebo se debi akwa we sa okono wan hwe ya na ise se ne se mbre na se yen stopping completely because he is more shining more than I don't know.
I understand you. Two ways.
Yeah.
One way, some people fake behaviors.
Okay.
Just to gain favor.
Yeah.
And been so they are real.
Yeah.
Obi naturally sana nipa no etin.
Yeah.
Enti no oya ne den sa note yen nyina ntimi nye prekopem baba ku omu a ono de baby odubia o shine ye hu se eyo no. And there is one other thing. Recently, now they were talking about it on the radio. Yeah. Some people now tend to be mentally ill whilst they are not ill. Then tina make us obi wo wa onko adwuma na adwuma sem akwa issue aba. You see, you didn't question empanyefo. And to go and make yourself like you are mentally ill. Shada bese one na your style be ni ade. Ni who say o yare ni atro bibiama na wo de for how long will you manifest that? Enti enye one with real behavior. Ebedu time you lose that action. Obia be home. Enti the simple idea de be can say. Obia was so ultimate live a real life. There is one thing about mental health and only adaptation to situations.
Okay.
And the ability to cope and adjust in every environment that you find yourself. And to say na ye wahanu. No one to many obia wahant na asumdwemu. You are mentally wrong. Okay. Untimi obia entimi adjust to situation and rano. The one make us many anje ho kram. O de ahyewu de bia ehyewu me so me nim say woni me wa asem.
Yes.
Hu me na o maye de ahyew sanya ma we nyina eye problems a ye fam obi nso wo hono ma o de ebufu de bia obi ni kunu wa asem. Obi always 100% perfect. Bibia soneni, but so we sana won't mean you're progressive. If you are not able to produce and produce well, so you're part of your mental well-being. With productivity, after adapting, coping, managing yourself, you should be able to be productive. So what I say, it is
the result will show whether you are okay or not.
Your action, your mood, your everything will be positive or negative. But the end justifies the means of behaviors now actions now portray no.
Madam, say ban say how can perfectly. Na ban say bia nipa no so we adwuma won ase. E bia in a group and I say community and I say maybe an institution. It can be whichever institution. Na nipa now directly you serve under the person but doesn't appreciate what you do. In that case, would that also have an effect on you as an individual?
Yes.
Yeah.
It will have an effect.
You are not working to impress that person, though. You are doing what you are supposed to do as someone who has been employed to do the work. But I say they obey and suddenly. So what do you do? Do you have to work extra, or what do you do to solve this problem?
Sometimes your wage you may penny for in Kitona, your wife, your boy, a home in Pie, Jumano, but I said the panel who to me appreciate you send away. A banner say put stress on the individual. Wow, Jumano. It puts stress on you till that we have try so beg give you out your best. Oh, born more day. A band is a bit me how mentally. Because I say there were tax 5 why a tax 5 ni but still boss the person was also ye for why stressed to when take it be break it down. We use my baby now burn our home you break down.
But I remember quite often yet, especially in public sector. Say bia enkofa ejumasa promotion obitiso because it's part of the job. Say why ejuma no be and pepper so I do no dey say movie no be so dey but ono what you no see debi because already no look uncomfortable but who nim na ejuma we na enso dey na say I do say bia promotion even bia from the headquarters from Accra no they require some recommendations. Oh, SMS money ejuma no ese yam filing nyina ya ye nyina e won abane desk so but enko bibia se nye say be ewu ana say transfer bi na ebe free baby aba shake up bi na ebe bad ya and the promotion emma eno so no who are famous no bia from your colleagues and people you started with you could see they are going but who they stagnant. And also, can this also have an effect on you as an individual?
Yeah, definitely. Psychologically, emotionally, you have an effect. Yeah. Because if I say you're putting up your best. Why you deserve that kind of promotion, but still near farmer, it will affect you mentally. Psychologically, it will affect you. Because when you say, "Oh, boom, wabon," if I say, "You want to make that," then so near that kind of thing. So definitely, it will have an effect on you.
But I remember how Efa and Kuala. Yeah. So we're teaching Kuala the same likewise. Say bia one more task be. Now onu the emri piano say oh or excel or yeah beyond what. But ubanswa because of any gene like penasem. Let me put it that way. Penasem. Ntin omo amanya de kwa no omo kwa na odi kan ebo mudin na krokro omo some rewards. But no why I didn't say nka oh bana baso no. You've not even seen it to acknowledge say why are they. And also na nkwala no betimi anya so emo so na.
a common idea attached to a fear. We have sibling rivalry.
Okay.
Sa adeno parents na ekofasa situation Emma Mofrano. Parents bi wo ho a wo mana won wo nya wo pe won asem. Enu won pe won asem. Enti wo ma Mofrano feel bad. O mu sa ade amaye ma ya ade pa ba se mommy bebo ma ba so de onye. Nyini na tai si wo mra Mofrano separate children and na say wo fi baby no aka won abom. Abofra ya ade na enya senya ye be ka na nim jajaja na abofra ne ti wonimu se wanye ni yim. Abofra bi wo wa anko hia support kakra bi na nka wo de push abofra no ni wetimi aye bibi. And so parents no one yes am. Enti parents no so mienu no obia ne nia open wom na one particular child no ogina finfini.
Ono oni ha ono so oni ha.
Embo amofra no. Enya bi nso wo a wonim say ono sa abofra no obia ne capabilities ni otumi ye. Enti you guide abofra no as to ni otumi ye ne watimi aye den aye ni. Parents bi wo a wo mako school kwa they no full up to check on their performances. Omo be fie kura omo homework ni ade wonye na ebia ye won autocratic parents. They have to listen and listen well to their children. No mo hu asema wo be ka che won onya bue wa no ka wanu tum efie bi wo ho amofran kasa nti abofran nti me expressing the feelings na when hu ni ti abofran ye de eyesa ma ne nko a eno no emboa abofran no and the chesa abofran no the best start if you mo frasen ebeka nti okwa abontin a owo suban ode wa abontin obefie so a owo suban a ode befie. And then I will urge your parents ni say yeah won susu and display almost stress no e wo mo frane so obi wo ho no ma ne ho kire ni bebre a mo frane na enya issue. Say school fees time so na wontimi ntua fees na find nice way on abofrane be den ebe kasa na o pese o provide abofrane man so provide ebi wo ho on farm enti mofrane ko school they see other children wo ho one mama ma won say one papa ma won say na den na me ko de me be fie bi ni ho bi isi yi ya woye obi ra ho ne ho and it is affecting na de kode na onye no and the chesa no pay say na ne papa jawo no ana ne papa tie na ode akwakwotena paper na chi no. Enti e was say mofra no so yehu say omo mental well-being matters. Sana wo panyin wuti oye watimi ye boko besenko. Sana wutimi fa wedru ko pharmacy koto wo lanzi pen boko wo mo obi ehun. Imagine such a child so wo problem wa ehefa no de ko. Enti mofra no so we have to pay attention to their feelings, their emotions and other aspects of their lives. As
parent, it means that you have to even know the differences in terms of the emotional about enkwala or titi omo. So wait to say you have to know all the distance and attend to them based on their differences.
Yeah, funny say I have 2 girls at home.
Okay.
I have 13 and 6. 13 years ono wenyin kakra but academically no oyade a class of 147 out of 7.
Okay.
Then this small girl class 1 in the previous performance no class of 72 out of 41. She felt very bad. This time on performance nearby no out of 33.
Okay.
The girl was asking me, say, Mommy, I didn't penny or do any more than I made the me who I didn't made the Mariana.
No, they are not on the same level, but or compare, yes.
And that child is comparing to, and it's 6 years, no man and so saying, penny on my the same, I didn't penny or do any more the same. And I miss it there be level a penny or let do no, who won't do why, and think a crank a crown so bad, who be do her. Enti sambo frano se went me encourage no na wan pulu na obe develop low self esteem or do school e na adwin se no be ye bia obere eno so bad.
So psychologically no do na ye na emu nkwala no
want to me nkan mo fra bi nso wo ho a parents are very supportive. They themselves and so another problem to themselves. It's a day two-sided way. The children will have to pull up, and then the parents will guide and support them so that they'll become better people in future.
answer na be sino, especially because of your both SHS and then at the basic level. No, me per se ye be narrow on those issues because quite often, like we said, on motor exams, if you could interview some of the students who are writing exams, you'd be surprised how they manage to write the papers. Because coming from home, no, nyamanko ye. Some they even make it clear to them. School crowd baby. You discourage the child from the onset. Now, I didn't know what you're saying. Oh, like there's no any motivation, no encouragement. All cultural has been demotivated right from the onset. And how do parents pay attention, especially within this time, because they are still writing, they've not finished. To be able to at least write properly. Each of you, yes, before we come to an end. Yeah.
Okay, so everyone has a role to play. With regards to BEC children, or the parents have role to play. Also, I feel so words of encouragement. Situation we demanding. Or more situation be in here, so better na so besia de I am share womb or ko onim de oba koto wo ho be kocho aha so say parents na say yeah encourage them ne whilst they are learning no oh ye onko sunsia de beto ne nim bia onko sunsia or kwa de be ba no nyere ho no ntro me obeka bia on tro encouragement say yeah show mum crying okona ya de nkra de onim no kakra onim no bo ho de na chu bibi enye say school na okokra ko wia fa anya hwe ye bu o ma bem
like say odi kan kai e bia obi akwara no ho akwara bi o bia ono kasa naturally no on shada nya de sa enti no I say oh we kwa de okokra na like odi ko see like how is it going to end? There's no any enticement as in terms of how the person can progress from that direction. To know, I say as for SHS inquiry, yamane who say obeko because onyadi already. That is how we conclude. But meanwhile, no abia obechu there will be a surprise because abia no results quite better than we expect. You as a parent, you have already made up your mind. Say, oh, there be on to us, on even not even technical. No beko na akwala no surprise you. So in that case, how do you reconcile the two? Because opeso oko but one man say enya ade obeko na wakwaya ade so I don't know maybe if you could offer some advices for us.
Adibi wo ho your friend rewards. Okay. The same way we have punishments. Let's talk about the punishment and come to punishment. There are forms of punishment. Say abufra ya dini.
Yeah, but punishment instead of bana di kwankola wanya.
Enya abanku yewo abufra ya dia wa ye die. And there was say ye twa na ba. Ni ye hu say no ye no. Wa ye. Obi kora wo ha as a for person who say akwala na pra ansa na nani achi. Yeah, o say mo je. No ya abuse. Who abuse abufra no. Yeah. Enti ebi wo ho a enya aba ne nko a bi wo ho a ade a nani je ho pa no obegye afini nsem ade we ya we ye enti sa ade we me fa ma obiom wo ye sa ade we biom a onfafu ne nyina e wo abonti na we di agoro nko abakwa kwhye dan mu enti ye wo forms of niema bebre a ye de twe abofra so na e shape abofra no and na timing for that. This time
the time also matters.
Yes, the timing matters. Assuming an JHS 3 student writing exams. Now why you do with fear now person will punish abofra na am want to say what punishing. How do you expect that child to go and write? Right. Enti no awo fo no say season when po na abofra na ya de bi na nya hu ne ka na hu se na ba modu abofra na ono so de akomato yam ene adwen mu da ho ebekwa akotro se na be ya ye nyina ye benya success. Then we have rewards ne ye ni awaya ye bo wabaso enti me ba na nkwa akotro we BEC obese okọ wege Wesley Girls se wo bomodia na se wo tro na se wo twa kwam bia mefa so amedo beko Wesley Girls no
wow.
Nti so the assurance is there. And so now when you adwo when you team say me ma me say kwam bia de beko Wesley Girls no or de me beko so obi wo ho a o se hwe exams here wo kwa koyi so wo twa sa grade we ya mema we say into onam she's working around sa grade obi so ho
so is it good to do that?
It's good
as a parent.
Yes,
meto bicycle amount, meto laptop amount, meto amount for the child to know that
it's a motivation. Because on says some senior high.
Yes.
Omo you use our laptops, our smartphones na den. We need be na ko school ni ma waso be yesu. Enti ne daddy say wo ko fi a wuti we say wutimi pass yan machine a mede be ma wa ko school no e bi maida. Enti ko fi focus nyina ne say daddy be ma me machine. Na asem no so wo kan e wo say wudi so.
Okay.
And yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, can that it's when you say mechanic so him. I feel abofrana perform. Can now mubuefu. So some motivations ni na ebwa. Na fen so we dey say be my name of friend teten crofo nchen no. Eye do sa time we ya omungu nema mu ma mofra no kakra. Obi betima ye fi adia obekwa akodo exam paper na chin wa bre ono nkasa paper no okotwo ne yem hyehye no because enu anwumre wantimi ansua de psychologically emotionally
nim say senior lateness and some of them will not be able to write like we are saying because mimbisa omo about that's what I observe because me ba no na I say your man is car there's no provision for say obafaka I dey so in school na wo no and ochro you say anka provision so a gentleman who was having a motorbike voluntarily I was surprised okada na wafa no mo does so mo gina junction they were like helpless into wa who no mo begi cars no mo no mo begi o mo say so hadn't been like a beer meaning how it will happen but yesterday that was what I observed. So what should how for BBC no ebia unim say baby omo kono akwara na ma wan say oh it's a bit far ebia from Ahujo to government and I say Nsawam
omo ko say ebinum ti adrejiri echi enti parents no yesra won na watwi won pesika kakran emfa ma won obo say na one night obi wo wa ne ba no wa bre
we do graduate and graduate
ni refi na exam na wo kwa kwatro no invigilators ni wonim won enti omo na mo obi hu say police officer bi na mo kra ni ye machine no enti parents
Minister of Education no I'm usually for I was so much happy the way he was interacting with the student in a class. Okay, I don't say so these are index numbers. Let me see. And also okay. So where is your pen? I say, so you hide your pen in your pocket just to create some Minister of Education but coming low to their level.
Yes.
Say munya dia munchro munbo mo dia na mo take your time, relax. And you say bia na I share police officers ni army officers exams no mucho. Yeah. I say because you don't want them to commit any you need to know this psychologically to affect.
Oh, say school be one before you go out no ye the kind sensitize ye breaky ice no ema wu say oh mekwa ha no some of them are writing in their own schools it is like normal exams they are okay but those moving from other places to sound obebe kro hu baby an index number ni ade won we have to get them the emotional support for now. It is a student to be to in China. I don't know what some my poucho. Na what trip. Ebedu Friday no na asem no etu etwa na nya won. But then the parents should also work on themselves. And they're necessary. Turn action into awareness into action. No. There is one key action turn support.
Okay.
Support. We have to be each other keeper. Support will be enye sika fam. The way be show being crime pon. Parents bi wo ho na ye kenyina onim. Wow. Family bi wo ho na ye kenyina onte da. Obi ko enyim say e was so appreciating ne kunu. Obi enyim say was so appreciating ne yere. Mother's Day na eben.
What to be dia ba. Thank you crowd be kase thank you. Husband there thank you. There be
onka. But lifestyle and in daily movements come together to build your mental well-being. The it's not about huge adipia wakasa send down in the pan bekasa and afei nso nya yesua no yen put them into practice. Ya can be brave mental health. You start board the rule a check. Into the nya ya bo ho the rule no start fire wo niam na hwe say bi nsakrai bi beba wo ho no ma. Okay.
All right. So mamimbra wo na wo de ebia futo no de bema enkola na nkasa individually what they are supposed to do as students. Because ebi mu hwa se see kwa o choro no onyenchwo we but or doing celebration after the exams. Me why na o choro no kwa onyenchwo we. So what would be your advice for such students who are writing as we speak?
Okay, so with the students, you know, exams no more choro. Sometimes because of tension and anxiety, you know. And
I say, to make it easy for you, just reflect. When you were writing your BC, how was it? And then put yourself into their shoes today and tell them something.
But exams now showing a different way, transformation that we are to take it to a different place. Into no measure, I must say, they should relax. Now, domestic and they should reflect back and write the exams well and write it well and they should pass so that Omuria able to take them to a different place. Great.
And
thank they you. Shouldn't let anybody to belittle them. Yes.
You don't say. But answer me kono. Me say honorable Baba my some one or two advices in terms of yes. Until Mumbra, the next three teams. Mumbra, quickly. At least 1 minute and sana. Yeah, DSC. Yeah, Madam Julia and Pacho Mumbra. Da. Entimunka. I had the old buy. I say Okasa. You must speak. All right. Madam Julia, Mitchell. Mr. Wabra. Mami fa honorable chassis. And then the ladies first. Yes. Honorable Julius, you.
Okay, so I think they've said it.
Abia. Mami create scenario.
Okay.
Enkwala omoni omawo for.
Okay.
And as a parent who have a challenge, they are not divorce per se, but maybe separation.
Okay.
Enkwala at this stage, when they are writing their papers, attention is divided because the problem in the house is not their problem, it's not their creation, but they are feeling the pinch. What will be your advice for the parents? Sometimes say be have issues they should keep it at their level. Affect
Yes, I think this is a very challenging issue. And break excuse me, say mofrana and so the parents should at their level they are matured. Yes, so they should handle their differences. Yes, at that particular stage, so that they make sure say in Kolano and Safa
because your term be a issue. They say be a Kolana ya the ensen fatana say be a Ninin Stradi and I say yeah Nahonki Kano some of the things are all the father thinks is a mother that is supporting that, even though they have their issues.
Exactly.
You know, I say Oba. They make that that reference. Obano, and I say, me once and the Pambakuna. It's for us. It's our child. So addressing the issue. Yes.
Yes. And you say, Banesana say one side no a year ma, the other say una you should know say it is together. Yes. So both parents, the mother and then the father together, and erase abofra. Yes. If abofra put up an attitude or behavior out of what you expect as a parent, at least you sit the child down. Yes, and then you nurture the child. Yes, maybe na all lucky and say only. Yes, because in Mofrano they are mostly prone to things they feel say, if I do this, it's cool. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you the parent will be the best person to shape them, to put them at where they are supposed to be. Yeah, so they shouldn't do those things. Say, when I won't share friend here and then my men and they be at no. Yes, it's a collective responsibility, so they should make sure to do.
But I'm bro, na do na in Kuala Lumpur where bibi na say China so. Yes, ye man dey say we train no papa ba. Na say ye dey emre bia ye na etwa so. Na akwala no ya bibi you are in the position to correct the child at that moment.
Sure.
Also there be wait when your father come you see what will happen. Now as a father is need emre bia no mo na omoba omobo enkwala no. psychologically now, does it also have an effect on a child who think that no, the father is supposed to be punished, not the mother?
Mechia yeti for no. Na mpem bebre no. Say yes, sad our phone most especially yen mothers no. Sanya mana no sometimes emboa. Esan say my money who say omo papa no mo ye sebe jata ana say nkrofo bi omo ye hu nti yesa na nkora no hu omo papa no mo a na edisuro bi ana ehu bi ebe hye nkora no emboa eka omo hye sometimes nso eka omo niche ene omo nyema bi esa omo ye eka omo hye eni nti yesa na enya insunsuanso boni ewo nkora no so eni nti no eno emwa enyema bi a eboa sa yenyama na mo papa ba say bibi wo hono ma wo ma me
you can even deal with it
obetimi ene akwara na ka sa na beboa ama akwara no so alternative but bibi anu ye twen say bi obi beba ana se papa ne beba no nso no edi suro bi ene ehu bi ebe hye enkwara no bigidi se emwa nti na se ye hwe na sa nyema no ye jai.
With a mommy called Muslim factor, because I had an issue some years back, but thankfully it has been resolved because both parents were having issues, and it's about addition. Yes, you know, Papa na na say all corner. Some brain so na akwala no control the exams, and the father took that decision, and taking that decision on him said it will affect the child. Why? Because the mother is thinking that no, she needs some money to pay this, for us to be able to write the exams. And you know, or maybe say no, one year provision for that, one massa sikano. But obetia say, she said obenya stepmother. Or no akwanati, but one reacting, but the mother is rather reacting that but you should have this one is just something little. But even if you do it, the timing like earlier, sir. Madam, but to quite early to Jano, the timing of it, affected Akwalano because when I came in, it happened. So that year, the child didn't write the exams, and the mother also took it that no, it's your father's decision to marry in addition that caused this. It might not be, but because the way they handle it, that's how the child feels. So as we speak, she had a pain against the parent because she think that the father didn't love her so much. Took a decision that would affect her, but later she had to go back and then write there. Into Ebanesana, how do you think as parents we should handle some of these issues so that it will not affect the children?
Baby kai akia atiefo say no ma bi wo ho ne parent no ense say ye be involve emofra no na ne nti ama involve emofra no so say won say bi sambre no in for example exams time say no and say oba involve abofra no madam no papa no so onya bi mawa e wosa obetimi a handle abofra no abra abofra na adwen emma nya papa ne kwakoye no ho and sometimes ye emma no so ye wo bi eba ne sana ye wo bi ebe hye mu pa sa ye wo no ye tinka o ye bebia eba sa ya adwen sa se ya adwe be ye adwuma na enye adwuma sa adwuna kwakodi ya won ho enti epesi ye bibia ma ye hu sa ye abafra no hu se
o papa no onye
what I see enti ebe sere awofo no se eno ma bi wo ho ye involve abafra no ade bi wo involve abafra na wo kire no se on fa ya wo bi engu ne mu because nia ebia maame ne yeye no obama abofra ne de ne papa ahye ne mu
that's how
ne obeye bia no ehye ne mu se papa ne ade ma abofra no kro na nam se eya won na ewo ne mu no ohun se papa ne ye den eye bibi ema no because ya won ehye ne mu dada enti ye besre awofo no se enye no mo bi na esi ye involve mofra no e wo se oba beben e wo se abre na brebia oba betimi abem pa oba be ye wadamfo only bit
because because of experience me having on this issue. The man heard this and he could see the reaction from the daughter that this is why the daughter is reacting. That's more or less like a disrespectful way, but could not explain and have time to sit down with the daughter, maybe separately without the mother, to explain himself that, oh, this is what I was going through, and this is why I did this, this is why I did this, and not because I dislike you. I don't know, say BS, but would the man also have that courage to be able to see himself through?
Sambreno, and I'm Dick and Sambreno, Papa Nigeria could be baby a walk.
Okay.
A near Bofrano.
Okay.
Because this is now on making ye no, I want an Adrian no, and in a Bofrani ye nano, who ye.
Okay.
Sankapanu who ye na, Sambreno or Befra Bofrano,
Okay.
no, not Nasi, Akasa.
Yeah.
Oh, dear na ope, dear ni here, na me ye mau. Kona kocha o exams mbra asema o ma meka ni nyina na ebi nim na ye agro na me ye den ana me ni di enti later won abofra no be twa exams na ba fie awie no ansa on na tena se o say so ma me ne condition say enti no ahonde bia hyedan ye de eni ho enti na me po obi aba amana beboa odi oba nipa no te se wo ma me e wo sa wo na abofra be kasa no ana obenya odo aye den amawo.
Yeah.
Yo, me so kakra me pese me kan say on say yeba Muslim mun say mu Islam mu obema won kwan say odi oba foforo ewa be kan yere ho enti no wo oba no say won say tradition and I say ade wo ho and secondly say yen emano most especially yen a Muslim for man say your boy and hoso ye juma because sesiano benkum ko na nifa so akọ
see at the time I be or you could also easily find a way out by making some provision without the child feeling it.
Kaneno na eja bibia to emema so sesia entesa enyema asesa inti no oba oyebi na bema so eyebi inti kakra meka ne say say your boy and so and ye bibia na ebetwen ye kunu sabi say ye kunu no mo eni wa sabi ukunu so say we fi mu so a obeye ni
den
inti sa bre no say wo say eye bre enyi a say wa ye bibi ana say wo bibi wo honom a ebe support enkwara na emfa say ukunu be kwa kofa emma 20 aba be kan ho esan say wa boaboa ho ana say wa bo ho so no ebe boa ma watumi a provide all the things in Korano a year. Send ya ebe buama akorano actual exams. Intinya yebe kan say e ma ye ntwen ye kunu no. Ye nso ye mpe bibi nye. Send ya at least ye kunu no mo omo ntimi en support ye ya. Ye akasa nso ye betimi I support ye.
With that issue. So
empowerment, the women should be empowered.
Say ye call in Islam to details in Islam say obana and kind Islam there and say so oba be dey be ye ejuma asapoti.
Not categorically do.
Say kasi ye call Islam pa ye better Islam.
Categorically do. Yes, because a woman can work.
Oba betima ye ejuma be say so oba be ye ejuma oba support fie.
And not categorically, yes.
Actually, na make no. Na sa bemma no so no say no ho beso no ho so aware ntoatoa so no. Yes se wo ho beso ho so a na wotumi ye wasade sai sese wo beye na eni obetima ye den obetima already do bi a wo pe no enye se bia sabe uni makosika onya kapre no o se wo de kwa ware e de obraza be de asa aba be ka ho abofra na oye de oko school no want me ampa na da chi amma no be want me nya sika okwa ye de okwa ware oba foforo aka ho ese se wutimi pa abofra na da chi ye de e ma no na ma ne gina bre ansa na what me akwa ye de ese what you say
I was reading because of her well-being into that also I'm bringing it in
children
who are going through similar who said they don't have to allow those things to affect that's the import not necessarily because of religious things
Nia me pese kakra me pese me kan ni nyina yenya ye ho nti ase ene se kane no enti se enne si yankasa ye hu difference no yesusua no ye hu se ne na cost of living etie kane na enti se enne and the world is
they say bibia money
bibia sasa kanene na yetina se twen mu obi koba ba se si ano de se nia abraboni mu ayede na se nia wiase kono ti ye kase ye twen ni ade ani atu obi so ana ye de ye ho atu nipa ba akoso a sabi dua krojin frama ebu intino se even po se yen hihye ne ma ye ho kwan se ese ye nyema bi sa at least ese ye bibi a ebeboa impo no se ni awo hihye no unya untwen se obi beba ansa na emu no wa wetumi aye wide
Mr. Lewis mema no
okay
say a bad BBC like say me kind of explanation no can come to me aboa ya say bia obema na take a decision and take a decision with his own reasons, but the effect is now on the child to an extent. The child has not been able to write the exams at the time she's supposed to write, but the man could not explain himself to his own daughter because the other daughter is now having pains after her colleagues have already written the exams. She's not written the exams because of this, according to her mother. According to the mother. This is why you have not been able to write your exam, because the father says he doesn't have the means. And eventually this is what I heard he's about to do. He has not done it yet, he has about to do. So at that time, you the man, you could see changes because your daughter is now reacting to you in a way. Oh, kofa bucket mommy. Now na first no on yes sir. Kwayewi now I say now disrespect is coming in. And I make say yeah man at that stage, you know, what do you have to do in communication with your own daughter to be able to explain yourself, like say Madam Julia can say to the child no say oh there be a bia the old mommy catch her and tisa say but he was helpless and could not explain himself as we speak. I don't know for now, maybe it has changed, but what I knew, the daughter was having that pain till even she got married. That's why I'm trying to bring in. Yeah, man, what are we supposed to do when it's happening like in this scenario? You know, what are you supposed to do between you and your daughter?
Okay, so reconciliation is always important, and as a father, so no matter whatever decision you've taken in time past, I have a effect. You should get to your daughter. As I say, yes, and then it wouldn't cost you anything to even apologize to her. Say inactions and are costing the scene, but it is past, and then she has also moved on. Then you do the necessary. Then you reconcile with Uban so that that hatred now will not. Yes, you will take that thing out of her. Yeah.
So I'm say edibisi na anka 10:30 na edibisi, but this small scenario no. I think here. But the clarification is that for Muslim women, you can work, you can be yourself, you can work. If your decision not to work, it's between you and your husband, that's fine. Because historically, the Prophet's wife, his first wife, was an entrepreneur. She was a businesswoman. She was even the one who she engaged the Prophet before he got married. But now maybe some are not doing that. They don't allow their wives to work based on their own understanding or culture, whatever. But it's not the religion that says that the woman should not
will not
work.
respect you.
Are you getting me? So that's why I was saying that it's not categorically like that. And again, for the woman, if she's wealthy, she wants to support the family, there's no problem with that. It's cool. But not that she's going to take the responsibility of the provision. No. And I say, we may be there, and the Islamic, that one, you cannot do that. The man who is supposed to, but in case he has not been able to, you can come in. That was what I was saying. Say more on. Thank you very much. It's been wonderful having all of you.
Thank you.
It's been very, very educative, and in fact, myself, I have benefited a lot out of this. And like you said, turning points. Yes, we really have to be mindful because the mental health well-being is very, very important. So we are looking at mental well-being, turning awareness into action. Not even knowing, we know. You have the knowledge, you have the information, but as whether it will work is another matter. So I like that. Yes, but in case of if you have any challenge, you have any challenge in some government hospital or more, a friend is saying a department that takes care of this. You don't have confidence in family, a relative, maybe your pastor, your imam, say be all the baby to and I say woman who be about your personal area. Bet me then get to in some government hospital. They have the mental health. Yeah, friend is saying a unit that can take care of that for you. Intinu ahana idea en komono ADBC. Yeda say mutimi ebema esa education. For you, our cherished listeners and our viewers on Facebook and in YouTube, we thank you very much for the company and continue to listen to Baraka 98.7 FM, the station with the blessing. You are Bibi Hobby. And I know.
Beka chira wo fo ne say aya omumma no embe wo mo pa omudi nkomo nso amonya abote no muntie ni abofra ne yeden eka onipa danse ni bia wo home mfrema asatwe mfrema konomu bia no o wasem ka anaso bibia yeden eha no ente besra wo fo ne say momofra ne ye modamfo monkomodifo yombe ka bia no muntie wo.
All right. Yeda ma say you this okay
me de nia meka nyina ne say nia ye mental health nurses for ne beka ye no esi nyina ye nhwe na ye ndi so na ye fanye ju pepa cho mechia ye pay your doctor penny
super
and I think so municipal health director Dr. Nkuvi
okay. Great. Say birth and death registry, right? It's over the Bessia.
I'm broken me crack on.
Oh, get up a trouble. Woman, quite a shop because